taking to the streets, demanding action against domestic violence. From Australia's major cities to smaller towns, the message from thousands of protesters is clear. Enough is enough.
I think the government needs to declare this devastating thing that's happening to women as a national emergency. Enough women have died. It's really, really upsetting. I think we're human. We shouldn't be getting killed.
The rallies were sparked by a sharp rise in violence against women in the country. This year so far, 27 women have been murdered by men known to them. That's one woman every 4 days. The figure is almost double compared to the same period last year. These protesters want more support and services for the victims of family violence and sexual assault, and tougher criminal laws on gendered brutality, including tighter controls on restraining orders and bail restrictions. This also comes in the wake of a mass stabbing in Sydney at a Bondi Junction shopping centre, where 6 people were killed, including 5 women. Police believe the male perpetrator targeted women. Speaking at a rally in the nation's capital, Canberra, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese declared the issue a national crisis.
We're here as well to say that society and Australia must do better. We need to change the culture, we need to change attitudes. We need to change the legal system. We need to change the approach by all governments. Because it's not enough to support victims. We need to focus on the perpetrators and focus on prevention.
Demonstrators want Albanese to turn this talk into action. The leader has ordered an emergency cabinet meeting to address the rise in violence. But the government has so far declined calls for an independent public inquiry into the issue, instead doubling down on the policy framework implemented in 2022 to stamp out domestic violence through education and early intervention. People from all walks of life participated in the demonstration, but some thought the gender balance was off.
There are more women here than men, it's obvious, but there are lots of men here, and I know a lot of men, they're not in support of the violence, so it'd be really nice to see them actively opposing the violence.
Out on the streets, these protesters say the change in Australia needs to begin inside its homes, with better education and awareness. But the beginning of that change is evident here at these rallies, as protesters overcome anger, fear and grief to take to the streets in numbers in a plea for action for current and future generations. Ryan Wu and Rosie Grenenger for TaiwanPlus.